Your blood is red. It's red because of iron, locked inside hemoglobin molecules, which are incredibly efficient at grabbing oxygen. But what if your blood wasn't based on iron? What if it were based on copper? In the deep, cold ocean, the blood of an octopus is blue. This is due to a protein called hemocyanin, which uses copper atoms to transport oxygen. Hemocyanin is fantastic in low-temperature, low-oxygen environments, but it has a major drawback. It's not very good at holding on to oxygen, and it makes the blood thick and viscous. Pushing this syrupy, inefficient blue blood through a complex, intelligent body requires a fundamentally different solution. A brute force pump, like our own heart, would struggle. Evolution needed to get creative. The solution was not one heart, but three. An octopus has a central, systemic heart, the main powerhouse that pumps blood to the body. But flanking it are two smaller hearts. These are the branchial hearts. Their only job is to grab deoxygenated blood returning from the body and force it through the gills. Think of them as booster pumps. They overcome the initial pressure drop and repressurize the blood specifically for oxygenation. Once the blood is loaded with oxygen in the gills, it doesn't return to the same pump. Instead, it flows to the large systemic heart, which then sends this freshly oxygenated, high-pressure blood out to the brain, the tentacles, and all the organs that need it. It's a distributed system, separating the task of circulation into specialized stages. This system allows cephalopods to maintain the highest blood pressure of any invertebrate. This isn't just a fun fact, it's the key to their lifestyle. High pressure means rapid delivery of oxygen and nutrients, fueling a large brain and allowing for the explosive movements of a predator. When an octopus spots its prey, it needs its muscles and neurons to fire instantly. The three-heart system makes that possible. But this high-performance engine has a very strange quirk. What happens when an octopus decides to swim, jetting through the water? Its main heart, the systemic heart, simply stops beating. For the entire duration of the swim, the octopus's body is not receiving any freshly circulated blood. Why would it do this? The reason is mechanical stress. The powerful muscles in the mantle that contract for jet propulsion create immense pressure on the organs within, including the systemic heart. For the heart to beat against that external pressure would be extraordinarily inefficient and potentially damaging. The path of least resistance for evolution was to simply have the heart shut off during these moments of extreme exertion. This is why you so often see octopuses crawling along the seafloor. It's not just a preference, it's a strategy for survival. Swimming is physiologically exhausting, like holding your breath while sprinting. Crawling keeps the systemic heart pumping steadily, allowing the octopus to move and hunt without going into circulatory arrest. It's a trade-off between speed and endurance written into its very anatomy. This raises a question. Why don't we have this problem? You can sprint, swim, and exert yourself, and your single heart just beats faster. The answer lies in the elegant design of our four-chambered heart and our iron-based blood. Our heart is a double pump contained in a single organ. The right side receives deoxygenated blood and pumps it only to the lungs, a low-pressure, short-distance trip. The left side receives that newly oxygenated blood and pumps it with massive force to the rest of the body. This complete separation of the pulmonary and systemic circuits prevents oxygenated and deoxygenated blood from mixing, a pinnacle of efficiency. Our hemoglobin is so good at its job that we don't need booster hearts for our lungs. Our single heart is a specialized, powerful, and isolated pump, protected within the rib cage, perfectly suited for a high-energy life on land. So, is the three-heart system better? Is the one-heart system superior? That's the wrong way to think about it. They are two profoundly different, yet equally successful, answers to the same fundamental question. How do you power a complex body? One path led to a copper-based solution for a soft-bodied creature in the alien environment of the deep ocean, requiring a decentralized, multi-stage circulatory system. The other path led to an iron-based solution for a land-dwelling vertebrate, resulting in a single, hyper-efficient, centralized pump. The octopus's 3 hearts aren't a strange flaw. They are a perfect adaptation for being an octopus. And your single heart is a perfect adaptation for being you. They are simply 2 separate masterpieces of evolution, born from a divergence in chemistry billions of years ago. Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.